But I want to talk about how the universe is set up to support us and to give us what we want. And a lot of people may not understand or even believe that. Um, the universe is just essentially, we are here on our individual missions, whatever it might be, whatever resonates with you. We are here to be happy, to spread love, to be high vibrational, beings, and to expound on and live in our purpose and follow our passions with the gifts that we were gifted when we arrived. All right, so we are all unique individuals, but haven't you had conversations, and has this been you? There are times where you just feel like everything that you try is just not, it's not panning out, it's not working. It seems like at every angle things just don't work out. You're just like hitting up against this brick wall, stuck. And it could be a number of things, but I've had a few conversations since the new year where people were explaining these things to me. And when you're from the outside, you can see things from different perspectives, compared to if you are actually in the trenches of it all. For me, when I see it from the outside, I'm like, oh, well, what about this, this, and this? I can see this, and I tend to see potential in people where they may or may not see it in themselves. So, I try to be encouraging and stuff. But I have to admit that when someone is maybe not open or receptive to it at the time, it can be a little bit disappointing. And so it prompted me to just do this video to share it and to hopefully encourage someone out there who might need to hear it. So, like I said, the universe is set up to support us and give us what we want. However, in order for this to work and in order for us to have the life that we truly desire, we have to remember a few things. Now, when I talk about ease and bliss, I am talking about a soft life, okay? If you want more money, abundance in money, you can have it. If you want an abundance in relationships, loving, meaningful relationships, you can have that. If you want abundance in meaningful and fun experiences, you can have that. But there are some things that we have to remember, and a lot of times we have to. That's the work. These are the inspired actions. Number one, be impeccable with your word. Be very crystal clear and impeccable with your word. Okay. The second thing, be mindful about what you're paying attention to and what you are putting your focus on and your energy into. Okay. And the third thing, be intentional with your actions and your reactions to the reactions. You want to be very mindful, impeccable, and intentional. So this is the action. When people talk about, getting things and working hard, like I don't resonate with the whole working hard thing. I believe in inspired action, and the inspired action is basically vibrating. We are vibrational beings, okay? Science has even said things that we perceive, things that we perceive as solid matter are on a vibrational frequency, okay? Everything is particles. That includes us. That includes money, cash money. That includes experiences, thoughts, feelings, words. When you are writing things down, the things that you say, when you say things, remember you are affirming. So you have to be very careful with the things that come out of your mouth if you are into creating your life. If you are here to create, you are a creator, just by law. But if you're going to go ahead and flex those muscles so that you can carve out the lifestyle, the life that you want, the abundance that you rightfully deserve, if you want that to come into your physical reality, then you have to be very, cognizant of the inspired actions that you take. Be impeccable with your word. Be mindful about what you're paying attention to and putting your energy into, and be intentional with your actions and your reactions to the actions. Okay. All right. So By being a vibrational being, and just back to what I was saying about solid matter being on a vibrational frequency, now science is even saying that things that we perceive as solid matter is about 96% energy. Okay, so you're talking about particles and subparticles that we just happen to we can see because it's vibrating at a denser, slower rate. So that includes our bodies, our internal organs, every cell, everything is vibrating at a frequency. So it's important that whatever it is that you want, lifestyle, outcome, whatever it is, love, you have to be a vibrational match to that thing. Okay, if you are not a vibrational match to lots of money and you want lots of money, you will not see lots of money. If you are not a vibrational match to a lot of love, a lot of high relationships, you will not see that in your physical experience. So everything that you want is right there in your field. Just the mere thought of it brings it right to you in your auric field. But once you change the vibration of your body to match what it is, you will see it in the physical reality. Okay, hope that makes sense. So let's get into being impeccable with your word. I have notes here, of course. Be specific and very clear and very crystal clear and say what it is that you want. Be specific, clear, crystal clear, and say what it is that you want. Release and do not say anything that you do not want. For example, when you declare that you want a significant other and you start declaring the characteristics of this individual, only declare the parts that you want. Okay, let me give you the sentence. I want a husband who is funny, kind, and generous. Okay, that's clear. Funny, kind, and generous. Those are beautiful things to want in a partner. Do not say, I want a husband who is funny and kind. I do not want a man who is cheap. I do not want a man who is mean and nasty. I do not want him to be flirting with other women or men. Do you see the difference there? The universe is set up to give us who we are, what we put our attention on and our focus on, and what we are interested in. So the more that you talk about the things that you do not want, even though that's not what you mean, the more you focus on the negative characteristics and put those and affirm those in the things that you say and the things that you think, and you're judging those things, the universe is going to say, okay, and so it is. It's going to laser beam focus and continue to send you that. That is what it's going to do. Okay? So every time you catch yourself, and do this with a friend. It's kind of fun to have these high conversations with friends and like minds. I have one girlfriend in particular. We've been doing this for years, and whenever we, chit chat or get together, we might chop it up a little bit and play catch up or whatever. After that, we are in high conversation. We are talking about the things that we want as if they already are. Okay, that's a whole other topic. So let's get to the next piece. Mindful. Be mindful about what you're paying attention to. Remember, I said that the universe gives us what we focus on. The universe gives us what we pay attention to. And it also gives us what we're interested in, and it gives us who we are. So whatever we have in our physical reality right now, whatever you have, whatever I have, I manifested what's in this physical reality. You manifested what's in your physical reality. Okay? So place your attention and focus on what you desire, what brings you joy and excitement. Even when something is less fun and undesirable that comes about, find all the positive pieces in that situation and put them in the forefront of your mind. Okay? This keeps the situation softer, it helps your vibrational frequency, and it helps you navigate through the situation easier. It allows you to see more possibilities and resolution. So, for example, I was several months ago, almost a year ago, I was in a car accident. Unexpected, okay? I loved my previous car. Was in a car accident. I had just got my old car detailed and had like little maintenance and stuff. And I was like, oh, you're so brand new. Less than 5 minutes later, the accident happened. It was not my fault. Everyone was okay. It was very inconvenient, because I was on my way home, bringing home some food and all that. And the first thing I thought was, okay, wait, why did this happen? There is a message here, there's a lesson here. What's going on? Number one. Number two, I had sat with it for a minute to see what messages I was getting, because what happens is when we are not tuned in to what our goal, our mission is, the universe has a way of, knocking on the door. And if we miss that first knock, the second one might be harder. If we miss that, the third one might be even harder. Okay. So I had to get another car because my car is old. I had to buy another car. Was not intending on doing that. Wasn't even in the head space to be looking and shopping around for a car. Can you imagine? And at a time where there aren't many vehicles on the lot. Okay. So all of that was going on, and all of this stuff, as you can imagine, the inconveniences that come with dealing with insurance and all of that. So I decided to pick all of the good stuff out of it, and I'm talking about I held on to those things. I was dizzy. I was like, I am in one piece. I am of sound mind. I have, the other person had insurance. I have my faculties about myself. I've already filed the claim. I know how to do this thing. I'm familiar with this industry. Do I want to buy another car? No, but I know that what I do want in a car, I want reliability. I want longevity, and I don't want to have to think about things all the time. So I know that I want reliability, I want longevity, and I know that I want to get in the vehicle and set it and forget it without worrying about a thing. So for me, that narrowed everything down. That narrowed things down. I didn't have to be thinking about the color. I had no attachment to color or anything. I just took the magazine, the Consumer Reports, and it made things so much easier. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. I already know. I went on Carfax, went on the internet, looked at the vehicle there, went straight to the lot, test drove a few of the vehicles that I had seen, made my decision, and boom, done, 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 done. The message for me, okay, it's time to move on. It wasn't about the vehicle, but it was just about, the vehicle was just a representative of, or representation of the fact, okay, it's time to just, transform into something else, don't even, and in fact, I hadn't even gone the same, route that I came when the accident happened. I have not been that same route since then. And it gave me an opportunity to take other routes in the city, to, see different things, see different people, go into different shops and stores, just something totally different to get me out of the routine, to expand my consciousness on that level. Okay. And so me keeping all of those things in the forefront is what helped this whole thing go super smooth. I think it took maybe 3 weeks to a month for everything, like everything to complete buying the car and the insurance payout and all of that. Because one thing about me, the Sagittarius, I cannot be having stuff hanging on for a long time. Like, I like things set it and forget it, one and done, easy, light, and soft. So that is how I run things over here, and that's why I talk about the power of just being intentional and mindful and impeccable with your word, because it does work. And sometimes you will find, if you try this for a week or even a weekend, you will find, you will look up around and around you, just being out and about and in stores or just out in nature or just going, traveling to like a loved one's home or whatever. It will seem like you're in a fairy tale. It is almost like the sun will shine a certain way, the clouds will be beautiful, the trees will be extra green, or the snow will be extra fluffy and beautiful. People will be like, all happy and just cheerful and things like that. So I encourage you to try that. All right, now let's get into intentional. Be intentional with your actions and reactions. And it's what I just mentioned, but also being kind and forgiving and gracious. And start with yourself first. You can't do it for anyone else until after you've done it for yourself. Also, be the person who lives the life or has the experience, outcomes, or abundance or love you desire. So, if you desire these things, be the person that you are supposed to be or you need to be in order for those things to manifest into your physical experience. Okay? So, what does that look like? If you are someone who, say, you want an abundance of money, it's not about the paper, okay? It's about the experiences. It's about the easy and soft life, right? It's about being able to, pay for things that you want. Or what if you had those things when you raise your vibration, those particular things that match that vibration will just show up and appear in your physical space, in your physical reality. Okay, so what if you did that? What do people who have a soft life eat? What do people who have a soft life do? How easy do they have concierge? I was on TikTok not long ago, and it has a filter, full face of makeup, and it looks really nice and lightweight, believable. Now here I am putting on lip gloss and then playing around, I'm practicing my eye makeup just because I like, just for fun. But here I go on TikTok, I could just press a button, and here I have a full on face of makeup. So here I have, it came to me, it came into my experience. I don't have a glam squad, but don't I? All I had to do was press a button. I don't need a glam squad. Boom, it came to me into my physical experience. I didn't have to buy new makeup or that color, or that shade of lipstick. I have it for free in the app. I didn't have to learn how to put on eyelashes. It's free in the app. I didn't have to do anything. To me, that's a soft life. That's just an example. And it compounds. You look at every single thing in your life. And when you look at every single thing in your life in that way, you realize how abundant you are. You show gratitude towards the abundant being that you are. And the more that you are grateful for that, and the more abundant you are, the more abundance you will see come into your physical reality. Now, some people call it the law of attraction. I like to refer to it as the law of vibration, the law of resonance, because again, the universe responds to who we are already. That includes what you're focusing on and paying attention to and what you are interested in. So when you flip your vibration to match, and sometimes, at a certain point, you'll be able to set it and forget it and not even think about it because you will be accustomed to it. But sometimes, because we are, human and we have a lot of things coming at us, we can go up and down in vibrational frequency, and that's perfectly fine. The universe is going to respond to your dominant frequency. All right? So be impeccable with your word, be mindful about what you're focusing on, and be intentional with your actions. And that's all I have. Until the next video, live simply and be kind.